Alright guys, Tom Lawrence here from highlyeffectiveleader.com. I really hope that you've completed the action steps that I have set for you in all of the 9 previous videos. If you did, then it shows me that you are taking your personal growth very seriously. It shows me that you believe that you need to work on yourself and that you want to improve. The more you realize that you and every one of us need to keep improving and getting better at what we do, the better it will be for everyone. If you decided to just keep watching the videos and not take action, then that shows me that you are not committed. It shows me that you think you don't need to improve. If this is you, then your team are not going to benefit or improve either. Growth just doesn't happen. So for those who are committed, I congratulate you, and I expect great things for you in the future. Well done. The principle I want to share in this video is one that you must master to become a highly effective leader and become the best person you can be. It is not an easy principle to master, because I found it very difficult, but it is essential that you overcome the difficulty. I want to discuss looking inward and looking outward. Both highly effective leaders and insecure leaders do this, but not in the same way as each other. You can probably guess what the highly effective leader does and what the insecure leader does. We have spoken a lot about responsibility, and this principle has everything to do with that. Highly effective leaders look inward and fully accept responsibility for their team. Insecure leaders look outward and refuse responsibility. They then transfer that responsibility to their team. A good example of this would be the actions I set for you on each video. If you completed the actions, then you looked inward and accepted that you need to work on yourself to improve. So you accepted responsibility. If you didn't do the actions, then you obviously don't think you need to work on yourself to improve. So you looked outward and transferred the responsibility to work on yourself to improve onto others. The managers who were striving to become highly effective leaders looked inward and said, I should do these actions. The managers who are too insecure and not interested in becoming highly effective leaders looked outward and said, I don't need to do this. Someone else needs to do this. The managers who didn't take action still don't know that there is a need to be deliberate with their personal growth. Despite what they have learned so far, the managers who are striving to become highly effective leaders know that they need to be deliberate with their personal growth. So they did take action by completing the actions. You can clearly see the difference in mindset between an insecure leader and a highly effective leader. The managers with an insecure leader's mindset will be making any excuse they can to not do the actions. They are probably upset and even blaming me for them not being deliberate with their personal growth. I urge you to think hard, look inward, and realize whose fault it really is for not doing the exercise. Whose fault is it for not working on yourself to improve? It's yours. On the other hand, I know for a fact that the managers with a highly effective leader's mindset will be agreeing with me. Anyway, let's move on. When you're at work and things go wrong, do you look inward and accept responsibility for what went wrong? Or do you look outward, blame others, and delegate responsibility? A highly effective leader would look inward and accept responsibility. An insecure leader would look outward, blame others, and delegate responsibility. A highly effective leader always looks inward. So what would they do if things weren't going well or the team were not performing? They would look inward and ask themselves questions like, why are we not performing well as a team? How can I help the team do better? What haven't I done that I need to do? How can I get better as the leader of this team? What do I need to learn? An insecure leader always looks outward. What would they do if things weren't going well or the team were not performing? They would look outward and say to themselves things like, why won't the team ever listen to me? Why is there no teamwork between them? Why won't they do what I tell them to do? They just don't work hard. I'm going to need to change a few of them. When things are going well with the team and the organization, where does the praise and the thank you go? A highly effective leader would always look outward and give the team all the credit. An insecure leader would look inward and take all the credit. A humble, highly effective leader doesn't need or even want any credit. They are the leader, and it gives them pleasure to raise their team up and give them the credit for excellent work. They are more than happy helping and working with the team to make things happen. An insecure leader jumps at the chance to take all the credit they can get. They will even put the other team members down if it helps raise themselves up. I have actually seen this happen on many occasions. In every industry in the world, this is very common, especially when their boss or their boss's boss is in the area. I find this very sad, and is one of the major reasons I am creating this online course, How Leaders Influence Positive Culture. When I was working in Liverpool with their train operating company, I was going through university and I was allocated a mentor. His name was Ron, and he was amazing. He had been a managing director of a couple of big companies in the rail industry, and when he started mentoring me, he was a director of a multi-billion-pound global company. So one day, I took him on a tour of our train depot, along with our engineering director, Kevin. I did this so he could see how we were doing, and show him what a good host I was. I planned to stop in each department and introduce Ron to all the different teams. I was inexperienced in showing people around, so Kevin helped me when I needed it. Kevin was a true leader, and I followed him because I wanted to. When taking Ron around, Kevin would introduce him to the teams, and then would allow the supervisor to explain to Ron what they did. They told us what was working well and what needed to be improved. Ron listened and asked a few questions. It was nothing intrusive or trivial, just a polite conversation. One thing I noticed about Kevin was, before we left each area, he would always tell Ron what a great job the supervisor and their team were doing. He never took any credit for anything. When we got to look at the trains that were under repair, Kevin would point out to Ron the modifications that I had worked on. He would then give me the floor to go into detail of exactly what I did and why. The trains had improved their performance when Kevin joined us as engineering director, but he didn't take any credit for that either. He praised me and the whole team for all the good things that were happening. He made us all feel great that day. I even feel great now, talking and thinking about that day. The really great thing was, Ron was very impressed and left the depot satisfied. He was happy with what I had done and how one of his depots were performing well. That was true leadership I witnessed that day, and is one of the reasons I'm in the position I'm in today. Our engineering director used Ron's visit to help him raise his teams up. He made us all feel comfortable and happy at the end of the day. He increased his influence with the teams and built even more trust with us. A highly effective leader gives out more credit than he or she takes, and takes more blame than what he or she gives out. So, action steps that I would like you to complete following this video. Number 1, be sure to look inward and accept responsibility for your own personal growth. Do this by making sure you complete the action steps that I have set for you in each video, as well as the action steps we are discussing now. Number 2, when you're with your team and things are going well, then look outward and give them the credit for the things that are happening. And number 3, when you're with your team and things aren't going well, then look inward and accept the responsibility for it. Then work with your team to help them come to a solution. As we've discussed before, You are growing a culture that focuses on your people to share their ideas, opinions, and recommendations. Let them help you make the decisions. That is what a true leadership culture is. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel to keep learning more strategies on leadership, personal growth, and influence that will benefit you in both your personal and professional life. Connect with me on my other social media channels too to keep in contact and up to date on what I am doing. And please visit my website, highlyeffectiveleader.com, to learn even more valuable strategies in the area of leadership, personal growth, and how you can increase your influence. Please download my free ebook, Increase Your Influence, by clicking the link in the description below this video.